What is up, guys? Today I traded like an absolute fucking idiot and I lost $1,000. So, we are gonna get right into all the things that I did wrong because all I did was a bunch of wrong things. No, but we'll focus on that today because the trade setups were whatever. There's some very key mistakes though that I made today that I don't ever want to make again. I took basically 4 trades today. I had one winner early in the morning and then 3 losers. So let's jump into the charts and we will go over that. First thing that I need to note and never forget and always remember and make sure that I mark out on my chart every single time is the new week opening gap. Big fumble. I did mark it out on my chart, but I didn't put as much importance on it that I should and that I need to. So next time I'm going over here, new week opening gap. I'm making sure that's bright and clear for me to see. As you can see through Sunday into this morning, price sold off pretty good. It was a nice little pullback. And so price set up really nicely this morning. We had Asia highs that did not get tapped. We had London highs that did not get tapped on both indices. And right off morning rip, this big blue candle was market open. Before that, we had flipped this 30-minute fair value gap, inversed it, and I made that red to indicate that I was expecting that to be support and I was looking for a retest on the lower time frames. And once again, we had Asia high, London high, and a new week opening gap all up here. The draws were so obvious this morning, and I still fumbled the bag. So obviously, let's go down to the 5-minute. I was looking for longs, and I was also being aggressive this morning because the Asia high and London highs were just so obvious that price had to go there. And so I was willing to get in early and hold my position in order to catch that move. So price came down here at 625 and retested that 30-minute inverse fair value gap box. I know there's kind of a lot going on, but we were retesting this 30-minute. I'm just going to delete that off the charts for now. Retesting that 30-minute, so I was looking for an entry. Had this 5-minute fair value gap that was formed with this 625 candle. This 630 candle broke it. It was a big blue, heavy bullish candle. So I went long right there because I was kind of worried that price was just going to rip straight to Asian and London highs. The R to R was not very good. It was barely a 1-to-1. And that was with me extending that box a little bit higher. So that was the only good play for today. Did I enter with 10 contracts? No, I only entered with 5 because I was nervous of the trade. It was a little too early. Usually I like to wait till about 6:45 to enter into a trade. And price did give us that entry at 6:45 if I would have just been a little bit more patient today. So let me see on NASDAQ. NASDAQ gave us this sweet bullish SMT where price on this 640 candle wicked down, took out all this low resistance liquidity on the lower time frames, and ES did not. That kind of spooked me. Instead of looking for an entry, I was kind of just holding tight, and I could have added more contracts. You could see my stop loss almost got tapped here, but on ES, price did not go down there and take out this lower liquidity. And that was your entry right there at 640, 645. So absolute perfect timing for an entry. Could have scaled down to the 1 minute, found a better entry. But anyways, that was the first winner for the day, $200. And then that is where I fucked up because we had these equal lows that I marked out. Shouldn't have marked that out. Should have been held my bullish bias for the day. And I should have just targeted this new week opening gap in full. I should have just put my last take profits up here and focused on that for the rest of the day. Instead, I was looking for shorts because we are in this 1 hour fair value gap box and I was expecting it to be a resistance. I was trying to predict what the charts were going to do instead of reacting from what price action is showing me. So that's my biggest fault in today. I just had this bias that price was going to reject this fair value gap box on the higher time frames. I was going to find an entry on the lower time frames. I could have targeted this equal lows, these lows. Price could push lower into some untapped daily fair values that we have down there. That was just stupid. So really need to focus on not trying to predict what the charts are going to do. At this point, I was still looking for an entry, 745, and I was also working at the same time. Not a good combo. We had this first presented fair value gap on the 5-minute that price kind of just ripped right through. We had a bearish close. I looked for the retest, and as soon as it got to this inversion box, I entered short with a full size of 10 contracts because I was really confident for whatever reason that we were going to come lower. I got stopped out immediately, and if I would have just scaled down to the 1 minute, it would have presented no continuation confluences, and I would have never found an entry. So patience pays. That was a dumb trade. And then I literally think there was two of the same. I think price went up here, and then so price stopped me out, and then we created another bearish SMT with both indexes, and I thought, oh, there's the entry that I was looking for. I entered again before it even broke. I'm going to delete that. Before it even broke this fair value gap right here. Never broke it, actually, but I was trying to work and trade at the same time. That doesn't work. So I entered at like the bottom of this wick because I was hoping that candle would break. I checked a few minutes later. We were in the middle of the box still, held at support. And guess what? Yep, price went higher because that was invalid trade setup. And even more so, where did price go? Filled in the complete new week opening gap that I failed to neglect. So I should have focused more on just the absolute draws in front of me, which was bullish bias, Asia lows, London highs, or Asia highs, London highs, and the new week opening gap. It was super obvious. So the only takeaway from today is do not try to predict what price is going to do. React to what the charts are giving you. On to tomorrow. So later.